Good plays, bad plays. Capturing the fall. OniviaLPLhighlights got them all. Every moment, every fight. OniviaLPLhighlights keep the fire alive.
On to Abel at this point, so that's what the fourth AD carry in the year so far, and that's a jump onto the jungler.
We said he can't afford to fall behind. This will put him behind. First blood for Hung.
You lose that individual lane. So WE, they say, all right, gonna be down in CS anyway, whatever, let's go towards bot side, it's gonna take that dragon. They have really just said full bot side.
Run away from this one. And that'll be the first tower going down. Fofo is trying to answer on the bottom side of the map. Drake being taken by WE. Don't know if Fofo will be able to actually finish a tower. Mark, this is not your side of the map, buddy. Everyone else is over at Drake. What are we doing at red buff?
Dying, I think. So, RNG get themselves on the board. WE, they do trade towards the bot side for the dragon and likely the tower as well. But RNG, have they been able to stick around top side long enough to go towards an inner turret? You can see that Ming is hanging around the back of the turret, stopping Wayward from going towards that. You could teleport in with Fofo if you wanted. He now potentially can do with the tower going down. The threat's now kind of away from this top side. They're not going to dive him. There's going to be some damage on the
ways about it. But we'll see. We'll see how that's going to go. Oh, flash from Hung, followed up by an ultimate. Juice flashes over the wall, but a TP being channeled. Equalizes to try and deter the engage, but the whole gang is on the way. Blast Cone gets him over the wall. Abel flies into the action. Juice solo at HP, and finally will go down just about. Hung is low and Way trying to trade it. WE only get one.
Well, they commit towards a kill, but they're going to lose themselves a top lane in a turret, which is going to be 700 gold over to Tanuan. Huan Fong gets away safely, but I feel like WE, they overcommit a little bit towards that bot
RNG, side. Wayward still tanking. W's buffers the hook.
Mark.
And here we go onto the backline. Mark sets it up onto Juice. The rest of the team diving on board, but Juice survives. It's Hung to go down instead. They're trying to burst the Drake here. They don't have a smite in the play, which means Way can just move in and sweep it up. WE, they lose a death. They lose the Drake, maybe lose more as RNG chase them out of the jungle. The poke continues to rain down as WE flee with their tails between their legs.
The range advantage really apparent within this fight. I thought with the Leona and the Sejuani, W would have no trouble finding an engage, but they wait so long to pull the trigger that the HP bars are really low, the carries aren't in position, and that means that over the course of
back away once again. 1v1 between Wayward and Juice on the bot side while we're looking up all of this in the mid lane. Wayward forced away. Juice equalizer burns him to a crisp, and Juice comes out on top.
Yeah, not looking so fresh right now, Wayward. He is the one which goes down in the counter matchup in a lot of ways. He picks the Kasansei into the Rumble, but it's not for the 1v1, and this is exactly why. The Rumble is so good at dealing with these bruises, and now Juice with a huge advantage. RNG with a huge advantage. Need to just try and close out this game. WE, I think they're really struggling.
I mean,
side lane after Fofo teleported bot there too. Maybe just hasn't got himself out of the mindset of him being on the strong side of the map. So, they were away from the dragon. W choose not to contest the dragon to try and catch Tanuan, and they don't even get that. They lose the dragon, they lose a flash on their sticking, and it's not like you have the jungle Soraka in the Nidalee to heal you up as well. The poke sticks.
Hung caught, but he's happy to be on the front line. Equalizer goes down. It doesn't really land. Mark, though, might just fall. There's no follow-up for WE. Fofo's on the bottom side of the map. On the board, this would be their second game win of the split if they can get this first one. And maybe they can turn it into that
mountain dragons for RNG now. This is only getting worse. You're getting to the point where, you know, Ming, just with the Celestial opposition and a bunch of HP and like one defensive item coming in is going to be really tanky.
Yes. Wayward has TP available, he's in the bot side right now, but the Baron might just go down here. TP into the pit, Hung gets into the pit as well. Bit of poke coming out from Abel. The tanks are tankier. Equalizer goes in. Abel on the back line. Shocks against everyone, but WE, that's their engage. It seems like it's gone, and RNG is still full health. Wayward stuck in the pit now, all out to find one. There's a pick onto Ming. Suddenly 4 remain from RNG. WE, they make it out. In these kind of stalemate situations where WE can't find a way to actually force a team fight because they just have more damage. Juice now in another 1v1 with Wayward. Wayward's down to half HP, and Way's on the way as well. Wayward has stepped miles out of position here. He's just going to be taken down for free.
Juice has just knocked this guy for 6. Wayward's not got to play this game. Yes, you expect that the Cassante loses in the early lane and can get some value later. At least Fofo gets something on the other side of the map in terms of an inner turret, but that feels like it is pittance compared to what RNG can maybe get in mid and top lane. They're pushing in towards here. They already got the kill onto one of the key frontline members from WE, and they still have the equalizer available. It's not like Juice even had to use that if he wants to teleport in and use that, which is exactly what he could do now.
And that's going to be the base broken open. That is RNG knocking on the door. 15 seconds on Wayward. It's not enough for RNG. With ults like these, even Nidalee looks relevant late game. Spears continuously landing. Mark goes in. Last ditch engage for WE. Can they find the damage? RNG health bar's low. Juice has to turn golden. Wayward still tanking on the front line. Can the AD carries pop off? Can they finally find the fight? Abel gets 2 as Fofo tries to finish the job. One for the target and he pops him. Wait, and Fofo in a 1v1 now. And suddenly the game explodes. It's open. Vision now in the pit. They're just going to burst this. They're not even there in time. WE, they lose the soul as RNG waltz out away from the play.
Again, it's another missile.
Hung trying to find the angle, but does not find anything. Fofo now just going to try and trade in the mid lane. He pushes towards an inhibitor. Equalizer comes down. It will be at best a trade as the bot inhib goes down for RNG. The mid inhib can go down. That is 3 inhibitors for RNG if they can finish this middle one. Wayward finds the Q3. Mark actually goes for the engage, and the fight begins. WE looking to turn things. The knock-up on Abel buys a little bit of time for RNG, but that's all of the engage gone at this point. Wayward gets the knockback. Tango and joins the play as well as Abel has to back away. Wayward will go down on the back line. 4 members strong.
They have to have themselves a smite steal on the Baron. That's if they choose to contest it at all. I think WE take a look towards it. All of those items are ready to use Defender's advantage. We can go back and heal from the fountain and last out this siege.
Surely RNG don't lose this. Mark goes for the engage again. Ming on the front line here. Way trying to get some damage down, but Way might just fall himself. Abel chasing. All out comes through, and Wayward finds the kill. 4v3 now in favor of WE. It's flipped around from the previous play. Wayward over the wall. Can he get out with his life though? Juice is there to try and close the gap. Wayward has to try and survive. He has teleport available. If he can get out of vision, he might just be able to get away with it.
He's
onto
going.
the Nexus Towers. Wayward with their great escape.
Oh, smooth.
Just Tango have gone topside. They want to try and trade perhaps, or maybe TP into the play, but the Elder is down to 10k and Way is not going to be able to get into the pit. RNG, this is a terrible goal. You had to contest. That's Elder for WE. They're going to be able to go for resets here. They're trying to split the fight. RNG want to deny recalls, but they're just going to try and end the game in the meantime. The solo laners are in the base. The recalls have not come through just yet. Fofo goes back and tries to defend, but he's on his own, and the Nexus is going to fall. WE, they needed to retreat. They needed to defend, and instead, Tangyuan breaks the Nexus, and RNG find their game.
Oh, it's the
Good plays, bad plays. Capturing the fall. OniviaLPLhighlights got them all. Every moment, every fight. OniviaLPLhighlights keep the fire alive.
Very, very aggressive. However, it's really hard to get onto a Rakan as Leona. Rakan, very slippery. And once you're level 6 on the
just had a tell.
Maybe a poker player in his spare time. Here we go. Juice gonna have to show us his poker face here. Needs to survive the CC chain. All out comes through onto Hung. Is it enough? The tower shot! It hits! And Juice does it again!
There we go, gets him. You're still losing that tower. You probably could have just collected the wave afterwards because it was going to die so quickly, but still, I mean, there's the dopamine of getting the individual kill, I guess. Now that's where RNG wants to put them, the very strong side laning champion. But given how much of a locus of power that is, maybe they won't get to use it.
Caught out here, should just go down. That's a cash-in of 700 gold for Huanfeng. That's a big old swing, but WE, not to be deterred, will continue to stack these objectives. That's all 6 grubs, and it'll be the Drake on top of things as well. It's only the Herald that RNG have managed to get for themselves so far this game.
Yeah, and it does feel like RNG getting that cash in, it does make things a little better. Wayward's going to get dove here. They have the Herald. It's going to be probably a kill. He has Flash and Dominus. Still, a lot of damage to be put towards him. Can he throw the Dravenor up? No, it's on cooldown. He probably
The
can
Herald
anyway.
takes the tower, so he won't be able to get away from this one. Shotgun comes in. Tanguan finishes the job. That'll be tower in the top side as well. In the meantime, the bot lane tower is finished off by Fofo. They're going to slow down even further
What was
for the next few.
We had that one game, Ultra Prime Weibo? One of those games. Oh, Abel. Good discipline. Only blow that on cooldown. Now for this next fight, Abel won't be able to have that as we set up for the Dragon.
Hung moves into the river here. It's just an engage straight away from RNG. Double knocker comes on through, but the front line just ain't tanky enough. Juice forced away, and I don't think he'll get out of dodge. Hung finds the kill. His WE open up for a third Drake, and they stay.
He's gonna take that one easy peasy. And despite RNG using the logic of they blow the Zyre ultimate with these low cooldown ultimates, they didn't have that ultimate back up.
Damage out from Tanguan. As the Drake spawning in 30 seconds, this would be sold for WE. This is a fight that they need, and it's a good chunk onto Tanguan from Wayward, but traded back in the end. Roots come on through as Mark hunting for the engage. Wonfong has been found, cleanses them in the all-out to try and peel for the AD carry. Solar Flares, a bit of a miss as Tanguan behind enemy lines gets onto Fofo but can't finish the kill. Q3 doesn't hit. Juice just face plants the wall as Abel takes over the fight and finds one for himself. WE staying as a 5 as Tanguan continuously poking in, but RNG are sent packing, and that should be Drake for WE.
And RNG, do they have anything left in them? I think they're sticking around somehow looking for a steal, but it might just give another kill over.
That's going to be Ocean Soul in the pockets.
In one fell swoop.
No wards in the pit. Juice is going to try and remedy that fact. Way moving in down the river. Tanguan TP's on the top side for the flank, but the Baron's already gone. Way next on the target list as Juice tries to protect his jungle. Trying to hit the back line. Wonfong trying to hit the back line.
Where's the rock? Who's got the rock? We forgot the rock.
Yeah, I guess Abel's got the rock. He's the bird with the rock, and he's now dropped. He's like one of those birds that, you know how crows remember faces? No poo on the same. Tanguan, it was his clone that got chunked, but the Baron should lead to a mid lane inhibitor. Way is trying to get a flank, but not sure how confidently he could just step up here. Hung pushes him away. Mid inhib taken. WE much cleaner game.
Extra step up in his itemization. Didn't go towards the Bloodthirster. Keeps walking forward. Full HP, full damage.
I think that's going to be a kill on Juice. Wonfong falls as well, and that might just be game. Honestly, out of nowhere, RNG found in the jungle, and the Baron minions can push on forwards. No TPs to keep these minions alive. Way going to try and clear that wave, but he clears himself off of the table instead. WE, I mean, only 7 kills on the board by the end of the game, but 7 was enough for them. Finding a win in a clean fashion in Game 2.
Yeah, Abel on a new team, but showing some of those old...
Good place, bad place. Capturing the fall. OniviaLPLhighlights got them all. Every moment, every fight. OniviaLPLhighlights keep the fire.
Tank's aggro is going to be in a bit of trouble now because Way's lost HP.
There's no level 6 for Juice either, but they're going to try and make it happen. Cannon underneath the tower. Juice flashes, chain stuns come on through. Reset is there. Juice does take the shot, and it's a 1-for-1, but Wayward loses some minions. Top side, but it's possible RNG could content the Grubs as well. It's not like Hung has done it simultaneously. Fofo gonna have to dodge this charm. The side steps are not gonna land, but there's Hung to save the play here. Wayward is suspicious. He knows something's going on, but Way's gonna try and make it happen anyway. There's the flash, stun, followed by swing around to the big old sword, and that's a reset. That's Way grabbing his second kill of the game. Now, we're gonna be forced away. Here comes the Poppycopter to try and punt someone. Ming is gone. And that's an opportunity for WE to burst down this Drake and get themselves. One of the best things for WE there was Renekton wasn't involved at his strongest moment in the game, but he will be involved in this one. Dominus behind enemy lines with the Hex gates as well. Dives into the mix, but Hung denies his entry, and it's Way to go down instead. Shut down for Fofo, and Juice not long for the world as he tries to escape over the wall. Here the Skarner all dodged by Tanguan, who gets a reset of his own. It turns into an absolute scrap between the two teams as a Hex gate back out to safety for Fofo. 4 groups for 2, a kill apiece. Tangyuan
has flash.
charm. Abel dodges it. Ming doesn't get dodged though. Flash away from the arrow from Huangfeng.
So RNG, they don't grubs, they do manage to fight back, but again, this kind of even-ish fight is much better for WE than they should expect. Juice, wall stunned.
Pushed underneath the tower, and Hung might just get himself solo killed. No! Fofo slides in from the side and grabs the Herald once again off the back, chunking out Mark.
Yeah, Mark's got to be careful now. Next time the charm lands onto anyone, it can be dangerous. Here we go.
Wayward, not tanky enough just yet. There we go. Reset does come on through for Way. Looks for Abel next if a charm can land, but I think it's on cooldown. And RNG, another pick comes on.
If they can have a good Herald charge in mid lane with the 4 grubs, maybe that will blow open the game to the point where RNG can genuinely snowball.
The 2 teams out there. One team will have more grubs than the other from the
Might
first
Fight
round.
Night? Could you imagine Might Fight Night? That'd be fantastic. Production game. Very aggressively. Interesting to me is Tanyuan's going towards a full Banshee second, trying to maybe trying to outplay the Poppy W and saying, look, someone's going to dash into the Poppy. If I can use that W to get myself some extra playmaking potential, that can be worth it. Taking down the mid lane turret with the threat of that snowball, and that's an easy turret take for RNG.
Really nice stuff. This is going to be 2 turrets taken by RNG. We saw it in game 1. We're seeing it again in game 2. RNG in control of the map. They get
Wait, where you going with this, buddy?
Charge. Ming is just going to use it as a taxi to get over to the Drake.
It's a long shot from that. This is the thing. RNG, they've found themselves a current run of form. Game 1, strong early game. Couldn't quite close it, but they walked away and in front of him.
Tier 2 going to be taken by RNG. Slow and steady wins the race, it would seem. And to be honest,
it's big killer engages, but with the Banshees right now, with Ming being really tanky, I think it's really hard for WE to find huge, big engages. This poke coming through from Fofo, blowing the spell shields, getting a little bit of HP damage, maybe because your champion is just not as kitted out for the late game team fights as your opposing number. Oh, that's a wall stun!
Oh, snap engage and a half. Tangyuan just gets annihilated, slammed against the wall and finished off. And now WE suddenly, they wake up. It's confirmed Tangyuan was a side character. He's been killed off by the Writers. But WE looking to write a victory here. Mark on a flank. It's a good engage from Ming here, but outnumbered as WE charge through the front line. But they're getting taken apart themselves. RNG are winning a 4v5 right now. I don't know how they're making it happen, but they are making it happen. Wayward goes in, knocked asunder as Juice gets onto the back line. Abel will fall, and RNG make magic happen.
Oh, we haven't seen it for all of summer.
In the group, there might be the one win that RNG can get onto the standings.
However, worth noting, that's an objective bounce through mid lane. That'll help them claw back some. It has that W upgrade, but the base is getting shredded. This should just end up at an inhibitor. They're not wave clearing.
Where on earth are WE? They're trying to go for this Drake that's up in 15 seconds, but RNG take an inhib turret in the meantime. Wayward now clearing in the base with no TP, and they've got a flank on WE. This is beautiful from RNG. Fofo, the target here, but first kill does go in the direction of WE, and Huangfeng is caught out of position. Suddenly, it flips once again. And WE are in the driver's seat, looking for a slow from Wayward as he tries to close the gap once again. Tangyuan still has another blast of his ultimate. Charm goes wide, but WE should secure themselves a Drake.
Wait, bot lane! He's teleporting bot lane. Juice is going to get himself the inhib, and you're going to see Tanyuan pushing mid lane as well. They're going to try and end the game. WE, you need to reset.
I don't think he can end the game right here. Drake goes the way of WE. Juice just not really on a split push champion. He'll return to the rest of his team, but RNG in the meantime break open the mid lane inhibitor tower as well, on top of getting a Nexus tower.
I mean, it's hard to forget here, folks. RNG still have that Baron buff. WE can't stop any of those kills, retreating.
While the rest of the team tries to play in deep vision. Wayward TP's up. RNG, they've got a TP out. They'd be happy with this one. That's a Poppy ultimate though, and immediately everyone dives in. Impale across the team of RNG, and WE still going strong. Abel trying to carry, but Tangyuan still alive, and the recess starts to come through on the side of RNG. They might just have done it. That's almost an ace in the side of RNG. Fofo sent packing, and an RNG looking for the game.
It's just Fofo alive. Can he wave clear? There's one Nexus turret left. There's a super mini wave in bot side. RNG, I think they found their first series victory.
against all odds on their final series, RNG manage to redeem themselves and get a win on the board. They will not tie OMG at 0-6. They find their victory and they knock WE. Whoa, no, the inhib respawn. There's 8 seconds until Hung is back up. Mark has just respawned. I don't think the damage is there though. Abel's not up for another 10 seconds. The Nexus will fall. WE are knocked out of Group A.
They will go down.